Everyone, welcome to the show. So 52-year-old Alabama Republican lawmaker David Cole was just arrested and charged with felony voter fraud. I know, you're all shocked. Yet another Republican pulled some shady stuff in an election. It's so shocking at this point, right? So surprising. So here's the deal, and here's what he's accused of doing. Cole was just elected. He was elected in 2022 to represent the 10th district in Alabama. While others, even while he was running, were questioning where he actually lived. According to the Daily Beast, several days before the election, a local news station reported that Cole was a longtime resident of District 4. But Cole had signed a rental agreement for an apartment in District 10, and he did that just days prior to the filing deadline for him to run for this state house seat. So he had a house, like a full-on house in District 4, where he had lived with his family for years, for almost 2 decades, I think it was. And then he goes and signs a lease agreement. And so when this lease agreement was discovered, Cole's campaign tried to spin this news, and they said, oh, well, he's going to sell his house in District 4, and he's just going to be renting in District 10 in the interim. Well, the Daily Beast says that this was a strategic move on Cole's part because District 10 was losing their existing Republican rep. He was going to be retiring. So this was going to be an easy win for Cole. He served in the military. He was a medical doctor. On paper, he was the perfect candidate, perfect guy to replace this wide open, strongly held Republican seat. However, if he had run in District 4, where he actually lived, there would have been a battle. It wasn't an easy win. So a complaint was filed by one of Cole's challengers, another Republican, and Cole was forced to sit for a deposition. Now, by the time it gets to the deposition point, Cole had already won. He had already been elected. He was already in the seat. So his attorney stated at the outset of this deposition that since Cole had already been sworn into office, quote, no court has jurisdiction over the matter thereafter. So he must have gotten the impression he really didn't have to try that hard to convince the board or whoever it was that was overseeing this whole thing, that he hadn't done anything wrong. So under oath, Cole admitted that his wife and his children still live in the home within District 4. And then he claimed he couldn't really remember how many nights that he had slept in the house with them. And then Cole conceded he never hired a real estate agent and he had never put that home on the market, even though he said, oh, we're going to sell it. So remember, this is like 2 years pretty much after he signed the lease in District 10. So never hired a real estate agent, never actually moved out of that house. Then Cole was asked if he moved any furniture, any electronics, dishes, any other personal property into the rental in District 10, and he said no. And when they asked him if anyone had helped him move, he said, quote, I cannot recall. And then Cole continued to say that he didn't know or he couldn't recall when he was asked additional questions. Like they asked, why wasn't your wife on the lease for this rental? Or, why wasn't she listed as a tenant? And here's the thing. Cole wasn't arrested for lying and cheating to win the seat in the Alabama Congress. He was arrested on Tuesday and charged with fraudulently voting at multiple or unauthorized locations because he cast a ballot in the district where he doesn't actually live. So if convicted, Cole faces up to 10 years in prison, but, this is Alabama, so we'll see what happens with that. But there you go again. There has been a lot of voter fraud uncovered. Unfortunately for the Republicans, it's all on their side. So I will let you know when I hear more on this case. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if possible. Love you guys. Take care. Talk with you soon.